arson, clashes, crackdown, distrust, allegations, counter-allegations. The land of jewels burns. Manipur battles ethnic clashes. The fire in Manipur's hills has been burning for way too long. But what is behind the violence that has been simmering for over a year? Communal tensions? Drug farming and trade? Or a long history of conflicts between Northeast Indian sister states? What's the reason behind the ongoing conflict in Northeast India?
मेरा हृदय पीड़ा से भरा हुआ है, क्रोध से भरा हुआ है। मणिपुर की जो घटना सामने आई है, किसी भी सभ्य समाज के लिए ये शर्मसार करने वाली घटना है।
Manipur, which means land of jewels. It has a valley surrounded by mountain ranges. The Northeast Indian state is home to 39 ethnic communities following different faiths including Hinduism, Christianity and Islam, as well as indigenous religious traditions such as Sanamahi. Manipur has been witnessing large-scale ethnic violence since the first week of May 2023. The northeastern state is no stranger to ethnic clashes, and violence has claimed hundreds of lives in the rest of state.
लगातार सीएम मणिपुर को लेके कह रहा है कि इनएक्टिव हैं, संभाल नहीं पा रहे हैं, इस्तीफे की मांग कर, तो आप इस्तीफा देंगे या फिर जवाब देंगे उनको?
नहीं, देखो अभी ये चीज़ में हम नहीं जाएंगे। मेरा काम है अभी मणिपुर में शांति रखना, शांति वापस लाना। जो जैसे जैसे हाइनेस क्राइम को जो क्रिमिनल हैं, ये थोड़ा सा गुंडा लोग ने, ये हर एक सोसाइटी में गुंडा तो है ही है, मिसक्रेंट तो है ही है, वो लोग ने किया है, लेकिन वो लोग को हम स्पेयर नहीं करें।
With peace talks still a far cry, the relationship between the Meiteis, the Kukis and the Nagas has been simmering for decades. A small spark is all that's needed to see Manipur burn, and that spark was lit on May 3rd, 2023, which has now turned into a massive fire. But this time the violence came as a surprise to many, as the state was witnessing a rather peaceful transition from decades of unrest, which included the projection of the state as a tourism and investment destination. It is important to note that for the first time in history, the state hosted the grand finale of Femina Miss India 2023 in April. Yet, Manipur witnessed days of violence and arson. Who is responsible for this?
फिर से सदन में दोहराना चाहता हूं कि हम चाहते हैं कि मणिपुर की घटना पर संसद में चर्चा होनी चाहिए, लेकिन मैं देख रहा हूं कि कुछ ऐसे राजनीतिक दल हैं जो कि अनावश्यक यहां पर ऐसी स्थिति पैदा करना चाहते हैं ताकि किसी भी सूरत में मणिपुर की घटना पर चर्चा न हो पाए। मैं स्पष्ट रूप से यह आरोप लगाना चाहता हूं अध्यक्ष महोदय कि सचमुच यह प्रतिपक्ष मणिपुर की घटना को लेकर जितना गंभीर होना चाहिए वो गंभीर नहीं है।
The escalation in violence in Manipur has its roots in over a decade-old demand by the Meitei community for inclusion in the scheduled tribe list. Ethnic violence was brewing for some time in the state, with a long history of mutual suspicion between ethnic groups. In 1993, Manipur saw the Kuki-Naga clashes in which around 400 people were slaughtered. In May 1993, there was violence between Meiteis and Meitei Pangals, who are basically Manipur Muslims, in which around 100 people were killed. Over 350 people were reportedly killed in the Kuki-Paite clashes in 1997-98. And now in 2023, sporadic violence resumed once again in the northeastern state of Manipur, which shares a porous and unguarded border with Myanmar. The first flashpoint came in 2022 in the form of the arrest of a human rights activist from Churachandpur. Mark T. Haukip was arrested by the Manipur police on 24th May 2022 from his home in Delhi. Haukip was arrested under various sections of the IPC and the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act over his social media posts. The arrest led to protests in Churachandpur, fueled by outrage over Chief Minister Biren Singh calling Haukip a Myanmarese. However, his family refuted, saying their roots in the state can be traced back in records to even before the British came to India. Later on May 28, 2023, Haukip was granted bail.
एक पूरा स्टेट में नहीं थोड़ा जगह में अपने प्राइम मिनिस्टर मोदी जी जैसे एक इफिजी जलाना और गृह मंत्री जैसे एक इफिजी जलाना और बीजेपी का ऑफिस को भी अटैक करने की कोशिश किया। तो हम बोला यार 5-6 साल में हमने जो मणिपुर के लिए किया है और सेंटर ने जो मणिपुर के लिए किया है उसको हमें अपने मन में डाउट आ गया क्या पीपल ने हम लोग से ट्रस्ट घूम गया क्या हम लोग से ट्रस्ट लॉस हो गया क्या तो ये सोच के मेरे को बहुत खराब लगा।
The Imphal Valley is dominated by Meiteis and the hill districts are dominated by Naga and Kuki tribes. According to the 2011 census, the Meiteis, including the Pangals, constitute the majority group, inhabiting over 10% of the state's geographical area and constituting over 65% of the total population. Together, Nagas and Kukis occupy almost 90% of the total geographical area. The spark to set Manipur on fire, according to some analysts, was the High Court's directive to the Manipur government to submit recommendations to the Centre for the Inclusion of the Meitei community in the Scheduled Tribes list, which was a long-standing demand by the Meitei people for tribe status under the Constitution of India.
शुरू में हुए वैली और हिल्स के बीच में फुट हिल्स में ज्यादा कन्फाइन थे यूजिंग इवन प्रिमिटिव वेपन्स नाउ आर्म्स सोफिस्टिकेटेड भी आने लगे हैं यूज करने लगे थे एक स्टेज देन अनदर स्टेज आईडी इवन स्टार्ट्स बीइंग ब्लास्टेड अलोंग द तिदिम रोड जस्ट अ फ्यू डेज बैक.
The violence erupted on 3rd May 2023 after a tribal solidarity march was organized in the hill districts to protest against the Meitei community's demand for scheduled tribe status. However, the reason why the fires have been so difficult to contain is that Manipur was already a tinderbox of ethnic tensions, centered primarily on land. While the Kukis had long claimed that the Biren Singh-led BJP government was targeting them and their land in the name of drives against forest encroachment and poppy cultivation, the Meitei had been protesting over a takeover of the hills by perceived militants and outsiders. According to reports, thousands participated in the rally and clashes broke out between communities. According to police, an armed mob allegedly attacked people of the Meitei community, leading to retaliatory attacks in the valley districts, which escalated the violence throughout the state.
In spite of repeated requests and the repeated destruction of poppy plantations, some groups are intentionally doing it, targeting to the innocent people of the state, to the innocent people of the country. So I take it very seriously, the government take it very seriously, and we will build it firmly as per law.
Amid the ongoing ethnic unrest in Manipur, there have been several opinions doing the rounds, including discussions on the Golden Triangle. But is it linked to the Golden Triangle? The ethnic violence in Manipur, which shares 400 kilometers of the 1640 kilometer long India-Myanmar border, has a connection to poppy. Some 60 kilometers from the Indian border town of Churachandpur lies the northern tip of Myanmar's Chin state. The United Nations found very high poppy cultivation in the Chin state of Myanmar. Churachandpur district is one of the worst affected areas by ethnic clashes and is just 65 kilometers from Myanmar's Chin state border. Only 10% of the 400-kilometer international border lies in Manipur, which is fenced, leaving northeast India wide open for drug trafficking. In 2017, when Biren Singh-led government came into power in Manipur, it introduced a strict policy against poppy cultivation. As per statistics, over 14,000 acres of illicit poppy, cultivated mostly in the hills, were destroyed by security forces during 2017 to 2021. The poppy could not be harvested this year due to the crackdown, and so the drug mafias and the poppy growers lost a lot of money.
मैं आपको कहने आया हूं, ड्रग फ्री इंडिया बनते बनते समय लगेगा, मगर हम ड्रग फ्री मणिपुर निश्चित बना देंगे अगले चुनाव के पहले।
Demographic change has been a sensitive issue in India's northeast. With the coup in Myanmar, it is no secret that refugees are infiltrating into some Indian states that border the country, including Manipur, thus reviving this fear in the majority community like never before. This has caused a sense of fear among the people, mainly among the Meitei and the Naga community.
और म्यांमार के साथ साथ चाइना रह गया, तो अपने बॉर्डर जो है अराउंड 398 किलोमीटर्स ये पोरस है, अनगार्डेड है। तो इसमें क्या क्या हो रहा है, अपने इंडियन सिक्योरिटी फोर्स है, लेकिन इतना बड़ा, इतना लंबा चौड़ा सबको तो कवर नहीं कर सकता। इसमें क्या क्या होना है, क्या क्या हो सकता है, ये तो एवरीवन कैन इमेजिन, कुछ भी हो सकता है। लेकिन ये जो अभी हो रहा है, इसमें भी वी कैन नॉट डिनाई, और वी कैन नॉट आल्सो से कि है बोल भी नहीं बोल सकता, लेकिन ना भी नहीं बोल सकता।
India's Home Minister Amit Shah told a press conference on 1st June 2023 that a permanent solution to the problems plaguing India's violence-torn Manipur state lies in the effective sealing of the international border with Myanmar. The ongoing unprovoked war against Meitei community is largely seen as an act of Myanmar migrants who have been illegally sheltering in the state for around 2 to 3 decades. And amid rising furore over the illegal immigration issue, the Meitei demand for scheduled tribe status, which would allow them to buy land in the tribal-dominated areas, has complicated the situation. So is the root cause of the violence in Manipur a fight for rights, or is it the combined repercussion of a bundle of issues and a long history of ethnic tensions in the state?